Welcome to Primo Review Center. A first look at a brand new 2024 and a half 194 Apex Nano. This is just arrived with some new half-year updates. So I want to point out up front here, this is a client's unit we've just received, so we have specially ordered this one in for them, and it just timed out that they got the half-year model changes, so we'll take you through some of those features. So up front, we will be adding a front power jack. That's something we do to all of our Apex Nanos for our clients, so especially those using an SUV to tow it, just makes it a lot easier when you're using that weight distribution system to get it on and off. We've got two 20-pound tanks as part of their standard off-grid package. Additionally, on the rooftop, we're going to have 200 watts of solar, which is also part of that off-grid package. And that integrates very nicely with the battery cutoff switch that's up front here. Room for multiple batteries, which any of our clients that are looking to be off-grid with that 200 watt solar panel, we would always recommend at least 2 batteries. And then ideally, if you want to go a little longer, something with 2 6 volts would be a great way to go. I do that with my own personal unit, and I've never found that I've been wanting for power, so a great recommendation there. Up front as well, into our integrated front cap, we're going to have the LED lights facing the right direction, and our huge windshield that just lets in just a ton of light. So just very bright for a small unit, so it makes it feel much bigger than it is. So tip to tail, you're just over about 22.5 feet. The actual body itself is going to be about 19.5. So it is something that will fit on those smaller sites, so those kind of under 20-foot sites for the body. Up front in our front compartment, we've got our 30 amp charge controller for our solar on the roof. The nice thing is with that size charge controller, you could double the amount of solar you have on the roof should you wish, not have to change anything. And then 194, you've got a queen bed above here, so you've got a massive front storage compartment, so you can just absolutely pack it with all the kids' noodles and things to float down the river in, your chairs, your carpet, your barbecue, everything can fit up front there should you wish. You've got a ton of room. And then I love the fact that you have your awning running the full length of the coach all the way past your outside kitchen and really from the front door of your compartment. So they've maximized the length of the awning. That's going to come out a full 8 feet, and then you're going to have your LED rope light running the full length here as well. You've got your Lippert steady steps here, so they anchor to the ground, making it a lot easier for smaller children, animals, because you're not going to have that bounce to the bottom step. And then you've got your lend a hand here to hold on to as they come in as well. I love the size of the windows here in the mid coach on the Nano, so you get that cross flow of air. You got the same size window on the opposing side slide, so you're going to get a lot of airflow. Standard for 2024, you have the aluminum rims, so that's something that became from the option department into a standard. And this is one of those half-year model updates we're quite excited about. So we have a tankless water system now standard on going forward here as we head into June of 2024 on all Apex Nanos. So a feature that will be very efficient on hot water, and it's going to heat up rather quickly. So someone who likes a longer hot shower, I think, is going to appreciate that feature, especially if you're off-grid as well. And then you've got the great kitchen, so it now is a lodge cooktop here, so it's part of your griddle, so it's something that doesn't have to be broken in. You can be ready to cook right away. You've got a lot of space here as well, so space to put some steaks and breakfast items that you're getting ready to cook, and spices and all that good stuff. We've got the exterior fridge here, so should you have 120 volt power on site, you will have the ability to use that. We do have 2 windows here as well, so I'll point out here behind, we've got 2 windows, both bunks, both will open for you. Got the magnetic latches, so they do a great job of holding there. We've got 4 oversized jacks on all 4 corners, so when they're down, going to be nice and steady. And this is another one of those half-year model changes, which I think is very wise. They've gone to a white back here, so traditionally they've used more of a dark gray. So especially when you have the bunks back here on a unit like this 194, naturally you'd like something that reflects the sun, so that's going to do a better job there. So standard for 2024 model year, they added the ability to add the Lippert removable ladder. You've got a pre-wire for a backup camera back here as well, your spare tire in the back. You've got LED tail lights, so nice and bright as you travel down the road. And then all our hookups are in the back corner here. So you've got standard 30 amp service. We are prepped for cable or satellite on site. We have our outside shower, so you have both hot and cold water. And remember now, that's a tankless water heater, so it's going to heat up a little faster on demand. And then you've got a black tank flush for our sewer system. So when you are off-site, you're going to find that, on-site, and you're hooked up to sewer, you can flush that through, so it's going to help to clean those sensors for you. If you've got water on site, then you can hook up to city water connection. We've got our plumbing system nice and high, so they have raised that up a little bit as well for this half model year, I've noticed. So again, something that if you are getting out there a little bit off the beaten path, so to speak, going to keep everything well protected. You've got your slide out here standard on a 194 that's going to come out about 3.5 feet. And again, that big opposing window I mentioned, so lots of airflow, lots of light. We have our standard city water fill. And again, if you are going to be off-site, off-grid every once in a while, you'll love the fact that standard on all the Nanos, you're going to have a 50-gallon freshwater tank, which you go back a couple of years of, that just was unheard of. You've got the great big flush valve here, which I love. So you pull that big latch and the white handle there, and that's going to quickly get rid of any of that leftover 50 gallons that you may have in that tank. So you're not dragging home that extra water weight that you don't need to. We'd invite you to reach out to here at Primo RV Center. We're going to have one of these units coming in for stock very shortly, likely this upcoming week, last week of May. So should it be of interest, we'll certainly be able to show you one in person as this unit heads off to its new home with its new owners.